Hi YouTube! Today is Sunday and it's after church and I am needing to make some more granola cereal for our family for breakfast. Now this recipe is a very basic granola cereal recipe. You can use this, as trail mix. You can put dried fruit and chocolate chips, M&Ms, coconut shavings, whatever you want. Use it as a trail mix, or just a dry snack, or just throw milk on it and it is a cereal. I have been making, just a second. Alright, sorry about that. So I have been making homemade granola cereal for several years. I have tried many different recipes. I have created 2 or 3 of my own recipes, and we enjoyed them for years. However, mine were always pretty intensive. I tend to overcomplicate things, but mine just had a lot of different ingredients and a lot of different steps, and it was really good. We really enjoyed it, and I was even asked to give the recipe to others. But after doing it for so many years, I just kind of got tired of the process. So a year or 2 ago, I started looking online for a more simple but good and tasty recipe. So I found one from Chowhound.com, and it's just a basic granola cereal recipe. So I'm going to go over that with you today. I normally triple that recipe, but I am low on honey, so I'm just doubling the recipe today. So in here, I have 6 cups of rolled oats, and I put in, you can put in as many or as few ingredients of whatever you want. You can just throw in whatever you like. But for us, we like to throw in, just a second. Okay, so we just like to throw in some almonds, some whole unsalted roasted almonds, and also some flax seed. That's what we like to do. I have also put in coconut shavings. After it's cooked, I will put in some chocolate chips. I've also put in some tablespoons of wheat germ before. It's just whatever you want. But I have my rolled oats in here, and I have already crushed up, I don't know if you can see this like powder type stuff here. I took my Ninja and I have already crushed up the almonds and the flax seed, and that is what's in here. So that's what I have in here. Just put in as much as you want, and I'm just kind of stirring it around, and then you just set that to the side. And then for the liquid, the stuff that holds it all together, I just take my saucepan, and since I'm doubling the recipe, I put in 2/3 cup of honey. I put in a teaspoon of cinnamon. Let's see what else. 6 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So all that is already in here, and I'm just going to take it to the stove and heat it up. I'm not going to let it boil. I don't want to boil my honey, but I'm just going to heat it up and whisk it until it's all well incorporated, and then I will dump it into the oats. Okay, so I've got all of my liquid stuff. It's all mixed well. It's warm. And while it was mixing, I went ahead and decided to add in some psyllium seed husks for added fiber. And then I went ahead and added in some coconut flakes as well. I personally, my husband likes it in it, and so do the kids. I don't really, just because I don't like coconut, but then again, I don't eat this. That way it can last longer for them. I usually just have coffee for breakfast. Alright, so I have all that dry stuff mixed, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so here's just the dry stuff with the oats and the almonds that are ground up, and the flax seed and the psyllium seed and the coconut flakes. Over here is the liquid stuff with the oil, the vanilla, cinnamon, salt, brown sugar, and honey. And I don't know if I'm missing anything else that I didn't say. But anyway, all that's in there. Now I'm going to pour that into this, and then we'll throw it on some baking pans and bake it on about 300 degrees, and we will like stir it, flip it over about every 15 minutes until it is done. And then when it is done, you can add chocolate chips to it. You can leave it plain as it is, or you could, add dried fruit, anything you like. Okay, so here is the cereal, and it's on these 2 baking pans, and like I said, it will bake on 300 degrees, and while I'll be stirring it about every 15 minutes until it is brown and to the texture that I want. We like it a little crisp and crunchy. Okay, so it took a total of 25 minutes for the cereal to cook. I put it on 300 degrees and it cooked for about 15 minutes, and then I just kind of, flipped it over like this. That way it could brown evenly. Can you hear it? It's kind of crisp. Alright, and then after the first 15 minutes, after I stirred it, I done it for another 10 minutes and then stirred it again, then another 10 minutes. So both of these pans are done, and they both were in the oven at the same time, so 25 minutes total for mine. Okay, so these just got out of the oven and they are still hot. So once they cool, then I will add in the chocolate chips and put them in our granola cereal jars. And the kids will have it all eaten within 2 weeks. So, and over there I have some butter horns that are getting ready to go in the oven. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day. So, I just wanted to show you what they look like now that the granola cereal is in those jars. And what I done is on each cookie sheet, I just added a handful of chocolate chips to each cookie sheet and mixed them in. So I have 2 of these containers, and they just sit on the counter and they get eaten. And my butter horns are done, and these things are delicious. If you guys have never made, they go by different names, butter horns or butter croissants or just crescent rolls. If you guys have never made any of those homemade, you really should. They are delicious, and they're actually easy to make. They do require rising time, but they are easy to make, and they're very good. So, yeah, and like I did say, with the basic granola cereal recipe, you can add anything you like, any kind of fruit, any kind of nut, anything. You can make it to suit your own taste. You can add cocoa to make it more of a chocolate flavor, but it's very easy to just, create your own taste that you would like. So again, thank you for watching. Bye.